Are you considering selling your home for cash, but you're unsure if it's the right move for you? In today's video, we'll explore 5 key questions that will help you determine whether selling your house to a cash buyer is the right option or listing your property with a realtor. Number 1 question, and one of the most important questions to consider when selling your home for cash or whether working with a realtor, is deciding the actual condition of your property. Major repairs and upgrades can be costly and time consuming. And if your home needs serious repairs and you're not able to cover those costs, then selling your house as is to a cash buyer may be the smarter option. Start by getting a home inspection to understand the current condition of your home today. This will truly give you a better picture of what needs fixing. And then gather bids from contractors to estimate how much those repairs will actually cost you. Ask yourself this: can I afford to make these changes? How long will this take? Can I do any of the work myself? And do I have to hire licensed professionals for this? Another common mistake that I've often seen is when homeowners decide to make upgrades, they choose upgrades based on their personal preferences instead of what actually appeals to buyers in the current market. And they end up spending tons of money on the wrong upgrades and do not get a return on their investment when it comes time to sell. So if you're truly aiming to get top dollar, then I would highly consider consulting with a home stager or a professional designer to consult with you and decide what actually is going to make the difference and what's going to appeal to buyers in today's market. And here's my biggest tip: avoid spending unnecessary dollars that don't directly increase the value of your home. Sometimes I've seen homeowners spend thousands of dollars when they end up selling their home for cash anyway. If your home needs major repairs that can actually prevent a traditional buyer from getting financing on your property, then you should consider selling your house outright for cash in the first place before spending thousands of dollars and then ending up selling for cash at the end of the day. And the third question that you should be asking yourself is, how much time do I actually have to sell my home? Are you facing foreclosure, or are you going through a divorce? Maybe you need to relocate and sell your house quickly, or maybe you've already moved and you have to sell your house quickly because you're paying double closing costs. It's important to consider how much time do you actually have to sell your property. If you are in a time-pressing situation, then selling to a cash buyer can really expedite the whole entire home selling process. Cash buyers are often equipped with cash already or the financing that will allow them to close within 7 to 10 business days. And as we all know, they do not have the traditional contingencies that a normal cash buyer would have when they're looking to actually move into your home, because most of the times these cash buyers are just looking at this property and looking at it as an exit strategy. However, it is important to note that when you're selling to cash buyers, some of them may actually have an inspection contingency. Because they are buying the house completely as is, they do want to see what they're purchasing ahead of time. And it's important to look at the contract or the purchase agreement to see if there are any other contingencies, whether necessary or unnecessary. And if you're dealing with a property that has some sort of special assessment needed, whether that's a septic tank that needs to get addressed, or it's a piece of land that needs to get perked because the investor is going to build on it, sometimes they may want to conduct that inspection before closing on the property. So it's really important to get clear on whoever that you decide to accept an offer from, that you review their purchase agreement thoroughly and make sure there's really nothing that's going to hold up the escrow process. And on the other hand, if you're not under any time pressure and you want to explore the traditional market to see if you've got to get a higher offer, then do be prepared that listing your property with a realtor can be up to 30 to 60 days before you actually receive an offer or enter into escrow. So just be realistic with yourself on the time that it may take to sell if you were to list your house on the market. And if you've got that time, then doing that would probably be your best alternative to really be able to put your property out to a pool of buyers and try to get the best price for yourself. The number 4th question that you should be asking yourself is, how do my finances look? And it's really important that you're honest with yourself, with your financial situation currently, as well as your financial goals for selling your property. Because although cash buyers do offer you convenience and speed, you're most likely going to be exchanging that in for a lower price, most likely something below market value. So it's really important to determine, what is your bottom line price? What's your bottom line dollar? What's the price that you need to net in order to meet your financial goals? And something that I always suggest that's free to do is reach out to a local title company and have them provide you with 2 net sheets. One would be, if you were to list your price on the market, what a realtor would want you, a proposed listing price, deducting all of the commissions and closing costs, what your net price would be, as well as what it would look like if you were to sell straight outright for a cash offer where the buyer covers all the closing costs and there are no commissions. However, you're accepting a lower offer. Once you get those 2 net sheets, you can clearly compare what you're going to walk away with, and that'll help you understand and make a better decision of what's going to work best for you. Traditional home sales can take a lot of time and energy, and especially if your house needs to be in ready to show condition, open houses can be a nightmare. You're going to need to keep your house in top shape to accommodate showings and be prepared to deal with buyers in the negotiation process and deal with the request for repairs. If you have a busy schedule, or if you're out of town, or if this is a property that you've inherited, or it's something that you're going through probate in, then you may not want to deal with the entire process of working with a traditional buyer. Selling outright to a cash buyer can truly help mitigate all of those headaches. Ask yourself this question: is the inconvenience of listing your home worth the potential higher price? If you would prefer the simplicity of accepting a cash offer, then ask yourself, are you willing to accept a lower offer? Here's something that most homeowners don't realize. You can actually initially list your property on the MLS and test the market if you want. You can even list it yourself for a flat fee. And if you're not liking what you're seeing, then you can pivot quickly and switch back and start to reach out to cash buyers and see what offer they could provide. Oftentimes, sellers reach out to us when they're at the end of their listing agreement and they haven't received the offer that they're looking for, or maybe their listing expired. At that time is when you could start to reach out to cash buyers and see what offer they could put forward. And if you're really on the fence, then consider speaking with a real estate professional. Maybe you have a friend that's a realtor that can consult you on a non-biased opinion and help you understand what it would be like to work with a cash buyer versus actually listing it with a real estate agent. At the end of the day, selling your home for cash can be a great option if you need to move quickly, or if you have a property that's in poor condition, or you just simply don't want to deal with the hassle of a traditional listing. However, you should weigh the pros and cons carefully, and if speed and simplicity are priority, then again, selling for cash may be the best option. But if getting the highest price for your property and really making sure that you maximize the value of your home, then listing it with a realtor, potentially doing a bit of staging and repairs, and making sure that it looks good to a buyer that's wanting to move into that area, that is going to be able to get you the highest price. But you do want to consider what's the condition of your property. Whatever you decide to do, I hope it works out for your situation best. And if you're looking for a non-biased opinion, you can certainly reach out to us. I'm Molly with Cash Out on My Home, and we've been buying properties in the Southeast like Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. Since 2017, we've bought over 250 homes, and we've worked with plenty of homeowners in various situations. So if you're looking to understand whether a cash offer would be best for you, or if you know you want a cash offer for your property in Tennessee, Georgia, or Alabama, please feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. We would love to hear from you. If you have any questions, or if there's any topics that you'd like to cover, please leave us a comment and we'll make sure to create a video on it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.